This podcast is sponsored by ScienceBasedLearning.com. Discover your passion for languages with our innovative ebook, audiobook, and video system. Maximize retention using spaced repetition. Start your journey today.
Cognitive roles that shape successful adult language learning. Discover how attention, memory, and perception support adult language learning and how to apply cognitive science for better language acquisition. The crucial cognitive roles in language learning. Learning a new language as an adult is an exciting challenge, but it can also feel overwhelming. Understanding the cognitive roles involved in language learning can make the process a lot clearer and more manageable. These roles involve how our brain absorbs, processes, stores, and retrieves language information, and recognizing them can help you enhance your skills efficiently. What are cognitive roles in language learning? Cognitive roles refer to the mental functions and processes that support language acquisition. When you learn a new language, your brain is actively engaged in several tasks such as attention, memory, perception, and problem solving. These functions work together to help you understand grammar, build vocabulary, and improve pronunciation. Knowing how these roles function can guide you to optimize your study habits to better suit how your brain learns. Key cognitive processes involved. Attention. Before anything else, attention plays a crucial role. Without focusing your mind on the new language, you won't be able to absorb new information effectively. This is why minimizing distractions when studying is vital. Working memory. This is where short-term storage happens. When trying to comprehend a sentence or remember new words, your working memory temporarily holds that information. The stronger your working memory, the better you can juggle multiple elements of a language at once. Long-term memory, language learning. Success heavily depends on moving knowledge from working memory to long-term memory. Through techniques like spaced repetition and meaningful practice, your brain solidifies language patterns, vocabulary, and grammar rules. Perception. This relates to how you interpret sounds, words, and sentence structures. The brain needs to differentiate between new and familiar sounds, so phonetic training often helps with this process. The science of language learning and adult learners. Contrary to popular belief, adults aren't at a disadvantage when it comes to learning languages. While children may pick up accents more quickly, adults excel because their cognitive abilities are more developed. Adults use metacognition, the ability to think about their own thinking, and problem-solving skills to learn more strategically. Adults tend to rely more on explicit learning, studying grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary, while children learn implicitly by immersion and context. Both approaches have their value, but knowing which cognitive strategies work best for you can speed up your progress. How attention and motivation impact language learning. When learning a language, motivation fuels your attention and persistence. The brain's cognitive resources are limited, so staying focused and motivated helps you make the most of your study sessions. Breaking study time into shorter, intense intervals usually enhances attention, making your sessions more effective. Why memory techniques matter. Memory is at the heart of language acquisition. Since vocabulary and grammar patterns must become automatic, you need effective ways to retain what you learn. Spaced repetition, mnemonic devices, and using language in real contexts all help encode language more deeply into your memory. For example, spaced repetition is a technique that times review intervals, so your brain strengthens recall just as you're about to forget, maximizing efficiency. This method relies on how memory optimization works on a cognitive level, ensuring words and structures aren't just memorized briefly but truly learned for long-term retention. How to leverage these cognitive roles. Knowing the science behind the cognitive roles that language learning involves gives you the power to tailor your approach. Enhance attention. Create distraction-free environments and set clear, achievable goals for each session to keep your brain fully engaged. Practice working memory. Use activities like shadowing or repeating phrases, which challenge your brain to hold language chunks temporarily in mind. Boost long-term memory. Regularly review vocabulary and grammar using spaced repetition tools to transfer knowledge effectively. Improve perception. Listen to native speakers and practice pronunciation drills to help your brain distinguish new sounds. Use metacognitive strategies. Reflect on what learning methods help you the most and adjust your study habits accordingly. Putting it all together, tools and resources. There are plenty of apps and courses that bring these cognitive principles into practical use. One smart way to approach adult language learning is through programs that combine different media and scientifically proven learning methods. For instance, ScienceBasedLearning.com offers a simple ebook, audiobook, and video language learning system combined with an online practice app. This system uses the science behind spaced repetition to maximize learning and retention. Whether you're just starting or looking to improve, integrating this kind of resource into your routine helps align your study efforts with how the brain processes and stores new language information. In conclusion, if you're an adult language learner looking to become more effective, tapping into the cognitive roles involved in language learning is essential. Understanding attention, memory, perception, and motivation will help you develop smarter study practices. Remember, language acquisition isn't just about hard work, it's about working smarter by using the science that supports adult learners. To improve your language learning journey and make it more efficient and enjoyable, check out ScienceBasedLearning.com for their combined media system and online app built around spaced repetition and cognitive science. It's a great way to keep your brain engaged, motivated, and progressing steadily.